Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Creeper World 4. That is right, we are back heading in the colony section yet again for the next System Wars. Now, good news, bad news. This is the last step before the planet is liberated. All's going well until. So good news. I recorded this already. Bad news. I triple or double or quadruple tapped my record button. So yeah, I'm re-recording this. So I already have a time, and honestly, I'm gonna try and beat my old time. So let's see what happens. General, welcome. Welcome to the front. If it isn't that bad. It isn't that bad. We have problems here and there and there. It's fine. It's fine. We have secured lots of land with ease. It's almost like the creeper is giving up. Wait, the creeper giving up? Something's not right. The creeper is never easy to deal with. They consumed Norix with ease. Vuna almost suffered the same fate if it weren't for me. 3 seconds later. Damn it! Containment breaches across the board. Prepare all battle stations. The creeper is getting smarter. Day 1 on the front. Creeper disorganized and weak in formation. Day 3 on the front, Creeper is more focused on sending creep our way, still disorganized. Day 7, Creeper has the meshy line that Creeper follows. Some spore cannons are only firing our way. The list of improvements goes on and on and on. Conclusion! The Creeper is somewhat sapient or intelligent. It learns on what we think is a pattern recognition system. This is bad. The longer we take, the more the Creeper gets used to the attack pattern. Oh my, oh my. So let's go over this map and let's determine what we're going to do. We have a little bit of pre-building. There's going to be a little bit of it. I apologize. But here we go. So we have a map. We have points of power. AC breeder zones scattered throughout the map. There's also a couple points of double power of the split breeder zones, so we're going to have to deal with those. We have emitters. There's a buttload of them, right? There's a 175. There's a 500. There's a 200. There's a 1500 in the back. Oh my, oh my. And I believe it says these are nullified. They will not be. And I think these are all 100. So they're not baby emitters. They're not huge comparatively, but they're not baby emitters or anything like that. We also have some blob nests, one on either side back there. We have some skimmer factories, one on either side over there. And then, of course, we have a skimmer factory, a blob nest, 2 spore launchers, and 3 more spore launchers over here. So we're going to have to deal with essentially everything, right? No air sacs, but for the most part, we have to deal with everything. Now, what do we have? Well, we already have towers pre-built, which is just nice. Now, of course, most of these towers will not make it. They will not survive because, of course, they are here. We have some cannons en route as well. Let's actually move them back because they're clearly behind enemy lines. We're not going to want them, messing about. Let's just start to fly them to sort of key locations. And those key locations are primarily where the creep is coming up for now. So let's do some of that and get some of these down. Maybe we'll toss a third at the top. That works. Don't know. They're probably all going in the wrong direction, like the tops are going to the bottoms, the bottoms are going to the tops. It's fine. It'll be fine. Not super worried there. Not super worried there. We also have a couple of mortars, which we will fly around, get them to the front lines as well. I think there's a 4th one here somewhere. There it is. There's the 4th one. Oh, no. There's the 4th one. 4th one's all the way down here. Right, you know what? You're going to go there. And you're going to go to the center. Guard that center line. So that's our initial forces. Now we have some miners. Very, very nice to have some miners. And you know what's even better with miners? Earned miners. That's right. We want as much power to begin with as frickin' possible. But we also want an earned port. So let's toss down a port as well and grab our energy and mine production. We're going to want basically everything in here, even move speed to a degree, so that we will work towards that. But of course, miners are important, and we want them most of all. So let's get our next set of miners going on in. And let's even go up to the top. We have a nice little mining zone up here, so let's make sure we mine that out. Now, with putting down these miners, I am destroying some towers, so we're going to have to place some towers as well. It's a thing. We're going to have to place them, but that's okay. We will. Step 1 is just get the miners in, and then we'll replace these towers, right? So let's you know what? It's a tiny bit, but I'll take a tiny bit. Let's replace these towers. Tower. Just make sure everything's connected, and these can... these can now go off for now. We will want pylons, of course. Pylons will be very important. We will want other things as well. But step one, the next, don't forget these towers. We don't want these miners to be unoperational, as it were. Although we are going to correct that with our base. So our base is just going to go down in this corner. Just going to be a nice little thing. And we're also going to toss down our factory down here. Because, you know what, this is where our main supply of things is. So it sounds pretty good to me. Last but not least, we can even toss down M-Rifts. I'm not super keen on shields in this map. Don't really need them. So we're just going to toss down a couple M-Rifts here and there and everywhere. It'll take some time to build, but I'm in no real rush. I think down here is fine. So next on the list, what do we have? We have 5 Berthas. Oh my, 5 Berthas. Let's just toss them down right away. They can stay off for now, and I'll have them be manual, but we'll decide that when we turn them back on. Ooh, what else do we have? What is this? What is this? That is right, the ultimate in destructive force. Okay, we have 10 of them. I think we know what we're going to do for this map. There we go. Those 10 are going down. With Greenar, we are going to want Rockets. So let's toss down, say, 3 of them. 3 sounds pretty good to me. We will turn these off as well. And with Greenar comes refineries. I'm very bad with remembering refineries, so I'm very happy to remember them right now. We'll toss down 2. That's more than plenty. Well, yeah, I'll leave them on because I'll forget them if I don't. So that seems pretty good to me. All of our urns are used. We don't need all of the miners on right away down here. We will turn them on pretty quickly because once the urns hit these, power is going to be pretty spot on, pretty top notch. Last but not least is air. That's right, we are going to be able to build an air force, and what an air force indeed. We are going to go for maybe, I don't know, 4? 4 sounds pretty good to me. Now, again, when I say go for, this is essentially over the course of the entire map. So, I just messed those up. Glorious, glorious me. Let's do this right and put them in the center. Thank you very much. Bazinga, that's much more like it. And we'll just do something like that. And we'll do a 4th up here. Now, these 4, of course, will need le bombers. Oh, did I mess it up again? Holy moly. I am the freaking worst. I thought it was... These trees are throwing me off. That's what I'm blaming. I'm blaming the trees. Holy moly. I can't believe it. So, no trees. Okay, so, there we go, right? That's enough on both sides. Test, both sides. Thank you. Okay, runways. Let's go. Keep it in line, and just a little bit. Yeah, works. Just a little bit, and just a little bit. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, we can get our bombers. And thankfully, we should be good just to go like this. Might not be perfectly aligned with the runway, but it should still just get as many as needed. And we just do a top and a bottom, of course. So top, bottom. You know what? Let's see if that'll work. Nope. Because I, was just spacing them out a little bit odd. And that's perfectly fine. Bazinga. All bombers, of course, are off. All runways will be off. But again, this is just the setup for the future. Just so I don't forget. So feels pretty good there. Anything else that we need? I think the start is pretty good. We are going to want missiles. We are going to want rockets. I mean, we can just place missiles down now. We're gonna hold this area. So we'll start with some plenty of missiles. And yeah, that should be pretty good just for our defenses. Oddly enough, this will be all the missiles we need, even as we expand. Once we get our super units, we're not going to need missiles anymore. Same thing with snipers. We're going to want snipers all across the land, dotting everything around, shooting, whatever comes our way. But once we get our super units, they're going to handle sniping for us too. They're amazing. They're the best. I mean, they are so powerful. It is beautiful. You gotta love them. So that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good. I think we have everything we need. Of course, we're going to need more units. We're going to need to plan, prepare, move out. Of course we don't have everything we need. We need sprayers. Of course we need sprayers. I think, I don't know, 3 sounds pretty good to start. I think as we expand, we will get more. But let's get the show on the road. See what happens. Our energy, we're already in a bit of a deficit, as you can see, and there goes. But thankfully, everything is flying around. We're doing pretty good. Our energy is starting to sort itself out, and urns are starting to hit the miners. with that, all miners are now on. Bazinga. With all miners being on, all of our super units are on because I want them to get built as fast as possible. Although, ooh, you know, if we have... Well, once we get through the initial mining phase, I'm going to move one of the urns over to build speed, I think. So I think that is going to be on the hit list. But thankfully our miners are coming online, which is grand. I'm going to turn the berthas on as well. And now we're in sort of the last but not least. So boom, all the miners are good. Good. Well, at least those miners. These miners still have to be good. Oh, I never put down all of the frickin' pylons. I'm the worst. I never put down the pylons. How could I do such a thing? I am a fool. But that's okay, because I'm a fool building mortars. That's right. We are going to have a nice, solid mortar line. Now, of course, I am very keen to overbuild here. It is what I do. I love to do it. But look at our generation. It's handling things pretty soundly. I think we're still doing all right. Now, the creep is getting pretty close, so I might have a push this off a little bit. So let's just see what happens. This area is definitely the worry zone. Down here, it's eking, but it's not too bad. So we just need these to start finishing. I also will turn on these, just the runways, and I think now we are into drop you. Grab build speed, because yeah, we're building up a storm right now, right? So let's drop a little bit of energy, get that build speed that much faster, and I think we held the line. The line has been held. The success of our people is apparent and evident, and let's start turning things on. Boom, there we go. We are pushing back. We are not letting things take us out, take us over. Again, our energy is still going up thanks to the urn and everything there. And let's also turn on our snipperinos and our rockets. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty good. Again, we can now start to really start pushing. Oh, we can already start pushing, right? We can do some of this, some of that. Again, using probably too much, but you know what? I'm okay with that. It's always fun to use too much. I feel, at least. So next but not least is we'll grab a little bit more juice along the entire line, and yes, we are going to build way more mortars, because that is where our energy is going to go. Except, I say this except, is I'm going to do a pylon build, because again, pylons are necessary, and right now we are not utilizing them in any regard, and we are going to need to utilize them quite a lot for our super units, of course. Our super units love the pylons. So, thankfully, our snipers are doing amazing, and we're going to have a little sniper squad, literally right here. Just right there, and maybe one on this top. I want it to be able to cover the zone where friendos are. Oh, evil friendos. I love you, friendos. You're so good. You're the best. You're my favorite units in the game, and you're evil. So, you gotta go. So, you know, when good friendos turn bad, it just is what it is, you know? So let's grab a pylon here. And let's do a little pylon action, right? Let's start with just a pylon up the back side, you know? Bazinga, all the way up. Glorious. And we'll have this go all the way to here. We'll do a pylon system down the front side, because might as well yet again. Bazinga bazanga. And again, our power is looking pretty good, so more pylons. Just get that really flowing. That's the key, is I just want this to flow. I want the power to be everywhere it needs to be, however it needs to be, and I want more pylons than I need, because again, super units need them to recharge. So bazinga bazanga. Again, connect. Alright, pylons. We are way over pyloned, just the way I want to see it. Time to get way over mortared, because once we're way over mortared, we can start just moving rows of units. Now the problem is we're not in a really good line formation right now. We're sort of just mesh, you know, like over here is really bad. So we definitely have some things to correct. But I'm feeling pretty okay. Again, we're already pushing almost to the mesh over here, which is huge. We want to get that going. Here come the spores. Oh no, the spores come. Yeah, I'm not really scared of the spores, I'm not gonna lie. The spores, they can just do their thing. they can just do their thing. And you know what? That works for me. Super units, how are you doing with the build speed improvement? Is that at max? It is getting pretty close. Now, that being said, I think I'm going to drop... I'm not going to go with move speed yet, but we will go for that later, probably. But we are going to go fire range, fire rate for all of our mortars. Move speed I will want once we start using planes more, but we're going to try and... We'll probably do move speed once we take, like, this patch of ground. So that's sort of what I'm thinking for move speed. Definitely want fire range, fire rate. We'll even turn on a set. You know, we'll turn on just that set. Yeah, just that set I think is pretty good. As we can see, it is eating into our energy quite a little bit. These, oh, actually, fire, oh, yes, they are complete. We can fire manual, and we shall. So for these, I want to just disrupt the creep that is coming in. I don't really care about the creep that is there, because that's what our mortars are going to do, right? I just want to disrupt creep that's coming in, so just lessen that, make it have to flow a little bit harder. That's all I want. Plus, I mean, if we put them right on the edge, they're going to really get overtaken really fast, and I don't want to have to keep moving them. I want to be a little bit lazy, so that's a little bit of a part of it as well. But again, feeling pretty good now with the greater range of mortars. I mean, it's not complete yet. It's like 20%. But ones that are further back are now starting to shoot further out, which feels really good as well. And yeah, our deficit is not doing the best, but it's not doing the worst. We're also it's time. Okay, it is officially go time. Yeah, let's get this going. So we're just gonna spread these bad boys out just a wee little bit. That's right. We have pylons on the front line just for them. So you need ammo? Go get your ammo, buddy. It's right there. It's there and waiting for you. So let's toss down. Is there a pylon even closer? There isn't. So we'll really do the edge with these. No, I don't want to really do the edge. Who wants to really do the edge? Power edge. Okay, we'll really do the edge because we do need to push this out because this area is really wonky with the location. But there we go. We have the crew flying out. It is glorious. Let them just reign supreme. The Berthas are just plowing the background. We're almost to the lovely AC breeder over there. Our AC is just flowing naturally, which is very good as well. And here we go. Here is the destruction that we desired, that we needed, that we wanted, that we craved and loved. And thankfully, we already have the pylons in place, right? I mean, the pylons are there. They're just going to come in, start blasting the map. Looks like MRIFs. Looks like all of our MRIFs are operational. So we have the MRIFT in the center. We have the MRIFT at base. Over here does not have an MRIFT, which actually, you know what? I think it's time it did get one. So let's toss an MRIFT just on the front line. Might as well. We're going to want to put it as close to the front as possible. And look at that. The AC is actually making it to the breeder zone. It is glorious. And we already have a nullification in line. Can we get a second? I mean, can we? I would love to. I think that would be amazing. I think it is amazing, and we're going to do just that. So next but not least is we can start doing our little movings. So step 1, move your butt on up there. Step 2, that's you. Move your butt on up there. Let's go. I will admit, some of these may die. I mean, I say some. I mean, there will be death. There will be plenty that die. It is just the nature of the beast. But you know what? The beast can be quite glorious at times. I mean, you know, it's the greater cause. You know, we're saving the world. They said don't delay, so you know the map told me that. So I'm just following orders. Don't delay, because if we take too much time, the creep will win out, and no one wants the creep to win out, right? I mean, well, I'm sure some people. It's fun to see. But now we have Nullifier 1 going down, Nullifier 2 going down. Nullifier 3 wasn't even placed, but you know what? It's now going down. Look at that. I mean, we've completely taken out this emitter as well. So it feels pretty good if you ask me. And yeah, we're just in a good place. Step the next is our pylon pushing. All right, we're now in the mode of we need pylons consistently. So, I mean, we don't really, because if they're full, they actually can go for quite a while. I'm just doing this because, A, it doesn't hurt to have a pylon line across the map, and B, I mean, I do want to keep them as juiced up as possible, just in case, right? It's just a just-in-case precaution. I'd rather be safe than sorry in that regard. I guess I'll toss you there as a connection point. And this will now allow our units just to go straight on up. And we have a network behind them, which is good. Where do we want? I guess we'll shift slightly to the left over here, slightly to the left, and we do want to push the center. I think we want to push the center a little bit harder than the rest, so let's do that. Let's double up on the center. And then these bad boys. Of course, these are the ones that are really going to need to move up, because, yeah, this side is a little weak in comparison. Just a wee bit weak, but that's perfectly fine, perfectly fine. In fact, we can even start on the next set. We can actually start using planes right now. Planes would not be bad, but they're not at creep cap yet. And since they're not at creep cap, I don't want to really drain creep from too many places quite yet. So my goal is just to sort of build the planes up. Again, I want to start using the planes, especially once we get to there, because then we'll have at least excess energy, which will be very important. But there we go. Look at that. Nullification. Looking grand. We're almost getting another bluite as well. Speaking of bluite, we have enough for some more sprayers. And you know what? I think we're going to need some over on this side. So let's toss down, say, 4, 5, 6 sprayers on this side. That's going to be too many sprayers, of course. But at the same time, even though it's too many sprayers, we're going to get more bluite throughout the map. So for now, it's going to be too many, but we have a whole reserve in the bank already. Seems pretty good to me. Quite logical to plan for that. As long as the AC gets out over here so we can push into that, I'm pretty happy. And I'm currently filling this up with power, because the next step is, that's right, we're gonna move our entire mortar line again. So mortars and things, get your butt, move it on up. Doesn't move the best, but you know what? It moves pretty well. Moves pretty well. I would love it if they were a little bit more compact, but you can only do so much, right? You can only do so much with what we got. So we're just gonna make whatever we have work. Toss down another set of MRIFs. Why not? Why not? Why not? The one right there is still fine. But the other ones we've moved a little bit away from. So let's just use it. We got things to use. We might as well use. So bazinga, buzzon. Let's just move these up. They're all charged up, so I'm not super worried about power at the moment. And yeah, let's do a nice little move set for them. Keep the front line moving. That's essentially our goal. Just keep this front line moving. So we do want to activate this totem. Once the totem is activated, boom, we turn it off. Don't need the totem to actually be on, we just need to be active. And yeah, the back of our base is looking fine. That's gonna be too much. That's gonna be too much. So let's just turn on another little set of planes just to get them built. Because again, getting them built is really, really good. And how are we doing? Like, if we do that, yeah, let's get our move speed on, because we are flying quite a lot as well. So move speed, get your groove on, feels pretty good. Of course, the Berthas need to be shifted, so we are going to shift them to the back now. We're going to shift them 2 along that one, 1 along that one, 2 along that one. Just try and weaken the sides so we can curve in and start to go towards the center. We're at 3 orbitals now, which is nowhere near enough, of course. But we are getting a new set of things of green R patches, and you know what? I'm just gonna overbuild some mortars, because you know what? I want to fly them around. I want them to be more compact when flying. So I think some overbuilding is due. It'll take a second, of course, it always does, especially when going into a deficit. But a deficit doesn't really impact us that much, because the big boys are still full of ammo. I mean, look at how much ammo they have, right? They are just doing the most. And you know what? They're just moving on up, taking them down, and yeah, we're taking over green R patches left and right. We're going to get more orbitals, we're going to get more basically everything. And the mortars, you know, we've stabilized. The mortars are here as support, so let's take our support, pause it up, and just... Oh, I did not take nearly enough of our mortar support, so let's do that. Buzzinga. There we go. That's what we want to see. A nice mortar movement. Oh, I love it. Is this too much? Probably, especially because, you know what, there's like no... Oh, wait, no, I did pretty decent with power. Alright, so I thought there wasn't that much power at the front lines, but it looks like we had some, so I'm pretty content with that. Feels pretty good. I guess it's pylon time again, right? We're going to need to recharge our boys up, for sure. So let's try and get some pylons near our super units if we can. I'm very happy for that. I don't even care about it being a network. I literally just want them to exist to charge our big ships. And yeah, we did lose some mortars there, as you can see, but look at the ground that we gained, that we cleaned. I mean, it's just a thing of beauty, really. And now that we have sort of a clean area, let's just sort of plan the pylons a little bit better for them, right? So we'll do something like this. Move them all the way around, all the way to the end, and all the way to this. Oop, no. We will want that mining ground, so let's avoid that. And there we go. All these should be hooked up quite nicely. And yeah, they're even hooked up to the back, which is grand. And yeah, our red-on is looking super, super good. Another set of mortars. Or, mortars. Emitters. Might as well toss down one everywhere. That seems pretty nice to me. And yeah, again, we can just move on up our units. We'll toss down towers for powers, and then we'll move up our... Oh, you know what? I'm gonna readjust this pylon area. I'm like, say, you move up there. That seems pretty good. And we'll grab some refineries for our lovely, lovely, lovely rockets that are rocketing away. I'm over refinerying just because there's crystals on the ground. I'm not going to turp them up, you know, do anything wild like that, but just over refinerying. And I guess last but not least is, again, establish that power quotient, right? You know, we want the power of the land. It is good power to have, so let's just dump all of our towers in here. That will allow us to move our mortars, and once we move the mortars, we will be better off. So move everything up, move you on over there. All of the little movements feels pretty good if you ask me. And ooh, those are even taking out a big emitter, which is grand. Power-wise, we're still doing good. These have been built. Actually, we're doing grand. So let's just turn them all on. Finish the rest of the planes. We should be able to start using planes. Again, I was waiting to just take this because I do know that once they all start refilling, you know, it'll be bad. Let's just do something like that. We'll start focusing on the middle as well, even more. But look at this. Look at the true connection points that we have. I can start building the miners. I like to do it when it's a little lame like that. But let us see. Ooh, this side is actually... I didn't realize the mortars were holding this side that well. I thought the mega ship was enough. So let us do some of this. Ooh, and the deficit. The deficit hurts. So let's turn off, say, just like that. Get rid of the deficit, hopefully. There we go. Deficit is gone. Get these miners up, or these mortars up as soon as possible, and we should be much better off, of course. Bazinga, bazanga, bazooka. Move up the universe. What's also nice is there's a lot of eco-land here. Eco-land is just the best. It's basically like getting free miners. So I am quite the fan of Ecolandia. But now that we have all of this, and we know AC is pretty much everywhere, I'm going to flatten my AC. I'm going to toss down some miners, so let's just grab what we can. Don't have to be like super optimal, but we're just going to try and fit in what we can, where we can, how we can, with who we can. So I'm a fan of that. Seems pretty good to me. Bazinga, bazanga, bazunga, and we're good. So last but not least, of course, we need as many of these just to make sure all of the connections are made, and that is just a bunch of free power. It's going to drain our power for a second, of course, but it will come to fruition. So, Is that too much? Is this too much? That's going to be too much. I like it when they're straight. I like it when they're compact. That's why I'm just doing some more building because, you know, if we can, we should, right? It doesn't hurt to have more. This will allow these to stay while we move all of these in the back too, which is going to be really nice. So there we go. Glorious days are here. And we're basically to the skimmer factory and everything else. I'm feeling pretty good. We're at 6 orbitals. I want a couple more, of course. But we are also pulling in more greenar. Although our greenar is looking pretty good up there. So let's just... Oh, why can I not click and drag? Thank you very much. Click and drag. Ahoy. Ooh. 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 Actually, you know, with that being built, I'm just gonna... yeah, let's just do that. And we'll fly in our super ships. So this is going to be a little bit of an assault force, right? Let's start using the back ones as assault forces versus everything else. So let's move in our super ships, move them up, and build up these mortars, get them done. Fingers crossed. Get the planes done. So turn the rest on again. Thank you. And now we're on the final mission. Well, not the final mission. But basically, once we get these emitters and skimmer factories, I don't even care about the blobs. The emitters, once they're done, we just have one emitter left. And that is the goal, of course, right? So let's do this. Also, if you notice, look at our creeper cap. Look at that. It's actually going down. So we have so much going on here that we are pushing back the creepers so very well that we are within creeper cap. Which means we need to start to actually... do things a bit different, or we can do things a bit differently to optimize what our gains will be. So it looks like the creep is coming in. Can we nullify you? Yes, we can. So once this one is nullified, this is the biggest emitter on the block. The side ones, as you notice, are 200 compared to 500. I think that one's like 175. Like that was just a baby one. So once we take out the center zone, it's just the big boy. And that's where our planes come in. Now, our planes are going to suck all of our power. Not suck in terms of be bad units, because their planes are great. Planes are great. But they are going to suck all of our freaking power, right? Let's try and get some onto the right. It's not going to be the best movement structure, but, you know, I'll take what I can get at this point. And we'll grab a nully over here. So, feels pretty good. And now we just need a punch in the center. That is going to be our goal. Punching in the center. And yeah, I think just a few pylons, of course, will... Oh, pylon. Oh, that's mortar. Ah, a few pylons. Pylon. Let's just keep the pylons. Again, we actually have something terrible in our midst right now, and that is the lovely, lovely totem, which I need to turn off. Because totems need to be shut off, but there we go. We now have the emitter squared away, which is awesome, right? Having that emitter squared away is super, super huge for us, because that's, again, it's the second biggest emitter on the map. We're going to be able to nullify this one, I think, like so. Fingers crossed. No, alright. Let's just do it. Alright. So just there. And on this side, fine. Over there. How about that? Does that work? You happy now? Thank you. We'll just toss a bunch of mortars over there to help on out. And yeah, nullifier good. Up top, look at this. We're just going to get a good triple. A good triple. Oh, actually, maybe eggs will stop that. So, you know what? We'll over nullify. Shh. Just in case. We'll over nullify. So... can't argue with that, and now it's just march down the center. We have one more emitter on the outside that we aren't nullifying yet, but we will. And it's just right there. I mean, it's literally just right there, right? So let's move these units, straighten them out just a wee bit, and this should get us to nullification protocol. Bazanga, nullify it up, baby. You can do it. And then I'm happy, you know. I am genuinely happy with the map is, or where the map is. And planes, what are you doing? What are you doing, planes? I haven't been using you this entire time. I should have been using like little bits of them. But you know what? I'm just gonna do something like that. Just a little bit. Just take over the map, planes. Start destroying everything. We're in a monster deficit, but we'll fill that up relatively quickly, I think. Plus, with this, we can also just say supply off for a second, deficit instantly gone, buzzinga, and then re-deficit up. So that's kind of the goals. We're just going to do a little deficit dance just for a second or two, and then the planes will sort of take everything from there. So, again, super units moving on up. We need them to start focusing on the center, of course. Our goal is to drain the main map. Ooh, see? Look at that. The eggs did destroy that nully. So we'll toss one. I don't want to be past it, so we'll toss one there. That's fine. We want all the super units to move on up, and we do want to start to converge on the center, of course. So this is all good, this is all good, this is all good. Power-wise, we can grab a couple more miners. Pretty happy with a couple more miners, of course. You need to get out of there. So we'll also toss down, I don't know, any miners we can. Miner. Sure. Anything? Yeah, that works. That works. Unfortunately, it's uneven terrain, so it's kind of gross to mine up. But we're also, or I'm also, not worrying about anything else. Surprised one can't go there. Oh, one can. Perfect. So we'll grab those miners, because why not? They're there. It's delicious. It's delicious, delicious power. And yeah, all of our super units moving on up. This nullifier almost operational, which is the last emitter. So all that's left is essentially this emitter. We are now at 9 orbitals, which is not quite the amount that I'm happy with in terms of things. So what I am going to do is I am going to start with just a rain. We're going to rain on their parade just to slow down this from spreading as our planes start taking care of the sides and our main ships are taking care of the rest. So that Spore Launcher, you're doing the most, but you're about to be nullified. I am very sorry, Spore Launcher, for you. And we'll also toss down, again, might as well just another set of emitters, because it's there. Oh, I'll toss down right there, perfect. Another set of emitters, might as well, doesn't hurt to have. All of our mortars doing grand, but we can also start to see, you know, with this doing its thing, the creep on the outside should start to get less and less and less, because we are focusing down on shrinking this, and this is what's providing creep to the rest of the world. So huzzah for us! This nullifier finally getting rid of all of the eggs in our way as well. And yeah, as we can see, the planes, as long as they're not all reloading, we're in a good state. Good state with planes. So super, super happy with that as well. And let's just go on the offensive, on a big ol' mortar push. So get your butt up there, spread on out, see what you can do. Obviously, you can do this much, much, much more efficiently by saying this group go here, this group go there, all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. We're back up to 10 orbitals, so I'm going to do another rain over here. I should be thinking about the conversion, but I think just keeping this area down, letting the rest of the map sort of die off, we're going to do a conversion singularity damper situation in a moment. I say in a moment. It is relatively soon. Because basically what our goal is, we're going to convert the main blast, or the main emitter. Or we're going to singularity first. We singularity, and then convert, once that's about to end. And then, after that, we're going to damper the entire area in order to prevent the creep from flowing and keep the AC essentially there. It will drain all of the AC, I'm sure. But that is good for us. And then we're also going to singularity behind and drop a nullifier. So we do need to be close enough to pretty much be in, not nullification range, we need to just be pretty close though. Definitely could, again, this could be faster if I was pausing and being more optimal with all of my movements and all of my things here and there. But, you know, I'm having fun. I really like going, there goes the Air Force, as you can see. The Air Force is doing things, but look, our generation is actually almost to what the Air Force is, for the most part. I mean, we're in a little bit of a deficit, but I will take a little bit of a deficit over what we had before. Any day of the week, right? So, our generation is freaking on point for what we need it to be. We're sniping everything, we're destroying everything. There's basically nothing left of the map. We're still at 8 orbitals, which is perfect. You can see, look at the amount of drainage that we did, because, again, we didn't let it flow out. So, super units, ahoy. I'm going to take all of them. And I get... do we still want to care about the sides? I think the sides will handle themselves. So I think it's time to actually start the main movement. Focusing on the center. And you know what? They can fly. So let's really focus on the center. Just like that. This will be the push of the Valkyries, as it were. I think these mortars can hold this off, so I'm not worried about it. And yeah, the flight is happening. We're getting ready for our singularity time. Yeah, we've really drained this bad boy up something fierce. So what we're going to do, we're going to singularity on that blob nest to pull it back. Again, it's all about pulling it back. So that should allow essentially everything to start draining super, super well, right? The singularity is doing its thing. It's looking pretty good. Buzzinga. Ooh, we're getting to the KV as well. Lovely, lovely stuff. You gotta love it. I love it. I hope you do. And yeah, we can even take our center mortar group and just say, go, get on up there. That's what we need. Renon, we're still looking pretty good. So let's toss another Emerald just over there. Don't really care. Perfectly fine. Beautiful, though. Look at that singularity. Oh, it's looking so good. Plus, we're destroying all of the mesh. I don't want to destroy everything, so I think we are going to just do our conversion. Let's get it out of the way. So, flatten it out. Blammo. And yeah, I think we are... Ooh, we're going to get skimmed. See, sometimes the best laid plans can go to waste. That skimming is going to hurt quite substantially. I'm just tossing these down in case any of them get built for power. We are going to want a nullifier. Like, that would be perfect, if that nullifier can survive and get power. So we still have the singularity going, which is grand. I am going to swap to a dampener next. I just need the power to get up here. So let's do this. Oh, look at the map. The map is already basically done. Let's spread these out. Just go over there, clean up what you can. Same thing, these, clean up what you can. And yeah, we have the dampener. The singularity is still down, so we're going to let that be. The nullifier is going down, but it does not have power yet. So that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And yeah, we can just really just take over even whole swaths of land. Whole swaths. It's ours, so let's just plonk these down every which way. Get a couple more units involved. Get a couple more units involved. And get these bad boys all involved. Boom, 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 boom. As you can see, the dampener is, or the singularity is gone. The dampener is still active. So we are also going to... Excuse me, I'm very sorry. I'm going to singularity. And as you can see, the singularity ring is between the emitter and my nullifier, just to keep the spread of that creep from reaching my nullifier. So, between the dampener and the singularity, that nullifier should be relatively safe. Not to mention the fact that we're going to have a bajillion units raining down hell on top of it. Oddly enough, most of our planes are no longer doing anything because the map is so clean. Very, very pretty, but no more creep cometh. I wonder if we're going to have another orbital anytime soon. I probably should have made another rocket. Ooh, we get 2 more orbitals. Is that a third about to launch? We have 3 more orbitals. That is perfect. 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 Because, yeah, that's just going to get us another dampener and another... wait a second. Are you getting power nullifier? Is the nullifier just not even getting power? Is that... Oh my gosh. Everything was connected but that? Come on. Come on. So you gotta be a little careful. Let's just really place them down. Oh, we also need the KV placed down as well. I forgot about the KV. Just pylon that up. We'll even get some pylons back because, you know what, it needs... Let's get the network going. Over here is just done. So I guess we're gonna need a new dampener. Perfectly fine, not the end of the world. A new dampener. A new singularity soon. So let that dampener do its dampening thing. Let the nullifiers come online. I think the power is finally getting up there. Alright, looks like the singularity is gone. We'll place down a new one. Bazanga bazanga. We still have 1 more orbital as well, so I am not worried in the slightest. I mean, not to mention the fact that we have a bajillion units raining down on this thing. But the orbital, singularity, it's just the combination that I really like. Let us make sure. Nully, how you doing? You're getting power. It's beautiful. Nice! Nice! You found it! Wait, I already wrote this. FBI, open up. I'm not going back to jail! Oh no, Ironstone. Ironstone is in danger of the jails. So, be careful, Ironstone. Be very, very careful. Let's hope the skimmer factory will not shut us down. We got another Nully. Oh, it did! It did shut us down. No! As the trumpets blow and the people sing, you turn your back on your barracks. You are faced with a devastating message. Earth, capital of USC, most populated planet, population 20 billion. Trying to connect to the ISS, failed. Trying to connect to the North American Command, failed. South America, failed. Asia, failed. Europe, failed. Africa, failed. Australia, failed. All communications have been lost. Mars, weak signal. Uploading amplified message. Inaudible noise. To anyone reading this message, please help us. Repeated inaudible message. To anyone reading this message, please help us. And I didn't want to tell you up front. Earth is either dead or very close to dead. Prepare for jump. Tell the boys we're heading home. I mean, we still got a couple of things to do there before we jump, but I guess it's not bad to prepare, right? We do just have a couple of nullifications that need to go on. The map itself is essentially cleaned, so let's just make sure everything is golden. Unfortunately, that skimmer really hurt the system. We don't have a dampener anymore. I think I'm just going to go with one more singularity once this one runs out. I think the dampener is fine. The singularity is out, so buzzing it one more, just to pull it away. It did get super skimmed, so I hope that super skimming runs out relatively soon. I hope. Come on, Nullifier. You can do it. And you know what? All planes on the emitter. Let's go. Apparently that skim, I think it got hit by all of the skimmers because they all got shot instantly, which is why this is lasting so long. And that feels real bad. That feels real bad that happened. I mean, I was prepared for, us skimming, but not like 12 skimmers shutting it down for literal ages. So maybe we need, oh my gosh, I can't even see. I can't even see. Is there a way to see? If I move you, maybe another nullifier. I don't. Yeah. I think. If I move you, is there a you to move? I don't even know. A bomber. Nope, I don't want bombers. Oh no, I can't click past the bombers. No! Like, I want this more. Yes. Gone. Nullifier. Where was it? It was somewhere over here. This more. Gone. Thank you. Nullifier. Oh wait, it got built. We finally got it built. Okay. We're doing good. Thankfully, with everything on this, again, the map has been taken over naturally by the AC. I guess we didn't need the everything going on it, but for the super strong emitters, like the ones that are like a million and things like that, that's how I like to do it, where it is just a matter of, you have your dampener, you have your singularities. Should have gotten this a lot sooner. But there we go. Objective obtained, finally. And that has been System Wars 7. Thank you very much for joining me. Well, let's see how we did. Not too bad. I mean, I know how I did. I did better than last time. So, yay. 1942 was my last one, and now I did it in 1715. Definitely could have pulled that down, especially with the skimmers. And, again, just more optimized movements of the mortars, moving them in blocks instead of just taking in and just saying, like, okay, only 4 mortars can attack, go. But you know what? Definitely a lot of fun. I'll submit that one as well. And yes, times are varied, of course. I believe there's a 15-minute one now. I believe that was the good one. I want to shout that person out, which is, there we go. It is Dib. So good on Dib. Had a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed. Have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you next time. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Take care.